Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Wishing You Well podcast. I'm your host, Wellness Coach Maria Patrick, and I'm so very glad that you're here with me today. This podcast is all about simple, natural, easy ways to improve your health and to boost your energy and to feel more at peace in your body and in your home. Today, we're going to talk about something incredibly simple, something that you can start doing today, something that costs absolutely nothing, something that I've been doing for years in my own home. Taking off your shoes before you enter into your home. Now, I know what you're thinking. This might sound like a small habit, not worthy of talking about, let alone a podcast episode. But what if I told you that this one small shift can improve your health, protect your family, reduce toxins, and even support your immune system? That's right, it can do all of those things, you taking off your shoes. So let's dive into this topic. Think right now about everywhere your shoes go in a single day. Public bathrooms, parking lots, sidewalks, gyms, gas stations, doctor's offices, hospitals. What are you tracking into your home? Imagine all of the places that your shoes have been and all that they have tracked throughout a day ending up on the floors inside your home. Studies have shown that our shoes can carry bacteria like E. coli, pesticides and herbicides, heavy metals like lead, mold spores, even viruses. And when you walk into your home with your shoes on, or you allow the other members of your household or your guests to do so, you're essentially spreading those contaminants onto your carpets, your floors, your furniture, and ultimately onto yourself. Especially if you sit on the floor, or you walk barefoot, or you do yoga or qigong in your home, or you have pets, or you have children who play on the ground. You've heard me say this before. I truly believe this. I live by this. Your home should be your sanctuary, not a place where outside toxins are allowed to live. So let's talk about the health benefits. What can happen to you and your health when you make this one simple change? First, you're obviously going to reduce your exposure to toxins. By removing your shoes, you're going to significantly reduce pesticides from lawns, chemicals from asphalt, industrial pollutants, and even fecal matter. This is especially important for your hormone health, long-term disease prevention, and the function of your liver, which, as we've talked about in previous episodes, has that huge job of detoxing your body. Secondly, you can help build a stronger immune system if you leave your shoes at the door. Less exposure to harmful bacteria means fewer infections, less stress and strain on your immune system, which has to fight off the bacteria. And that will lead to a healthier internal environment for your body. Third, better air quality. Toxins don't just stay on our floors and our carpets. They become airborne through dust. Removing shoes will equal cleaner air, which will lead to easier breathing. Number 4, protection for the little ones in our lives, our children, our pets. Babies crawl, kids play on the floor, pets lick their paws. Little children and our beloved pets are far more vulnerable to toxins than adults. Their immune systems are more easily compromised. Taking off your shoes is one of the simplest ways to protect them. I try to always look at these health and wellness topics through the lens of traditional Chinese medicine, since I'm studying and have been studying that for so many years and practicing Chinese medicine. In traditional Chinese medicine, the feet are considered extremely important. They contain major acupuncture points, acupressure points that are connected to our organs, our liver, our kidneys, our spleen. And the feet are responsible for the overall chi or energy flow within our bodies. When you walk around your home barefoot or in clean socks, something beautiful happens. You connect with the ground. This supports a phenomenon that we've come to know as grounding, or some people refer to it as earthing. When you do this, you're stimulating the energy flow into and within your body. Walking barefoot gently activates the kidney 1 point known as the bubbling springs in the ball or base of each of your feet. This is a key point, acupressure point, for calming your mind and restoring your energy. When you walk barefoot in your home, you create a sacred boundary. Energetically, your home becomes cleaner and calmer and more intentional. So when we take off our shoes, it's not just a physical act, it's symbolic. You're leaving the stress, the noise, the chaos, the toxins, the dirt, the mud, the debris of the outside world outside, at your door, at the threshold, instead of bringing it in. We can even turn this important step in our health and well-being into a healing ritual. We can elevate it from a habit and making it something that we look forward to doing as a ritual when we enter our homes every day. You can pause at the door. You can take off your shoes slowly. And as you do, you can say to yourself, whether silently or out loud, I release the stress of the day. I leave behind anything that doesn't serve me. I enter my home with peace. For me, this brings imagery right into my mind from my memory of Mr. Rogers, who every day when he began his program and he entered that threshold into his home, studio/home, he sang us a little song of greeting as he took off his outside shoes, took off his outside jacket, and put on his inside cardigan and his inside shoes. We can do like Mr. Rogers did and create a space on our entryway. Even if you have a very small space, you can create a basket or a shelf for your shoes. You can have a soft mat there to support yourself as you're coming into the entryway without your shoes on. Maybe you add in some calming objects like Mr. Rogers had, like a plant or something that's meaningful to you, a painting or a statue. This becomes your transition point. The transition from the outside world into your home, your sanctuary, what is meant to be your healing and calming space. There's some simple steps that you can employ to start this process, especially if this is something that's new to you. So here are some easy ways I suggest that you begin this process. First, keep a shoe rack or even just a basket or a box by your door. Offer guests that come into your home slippers or socks. I have a basket of slippers right at my entryway. Make it a household rule. You can keep it friendly and welcoming, even have a somewhat cute sign encouraging people to switch out of their outside shoes and into the socks that you're offering them or the slippers. And perhaps you'll do as I have done and have a pair of indoor shoes that you only wear inside. For me, mine are made by the brand Walk Hero. I have no affiliation with Walk Hero, but I wanted something that is sturdy and comfortable and supportive to change into when I come in from the outside world. They come in a variety of colors. They're reasonably priced. You can even catch a sale. And those have worked out very well for me, and they are only worn indoors. Even if you do this, what I am suggesting, only 50% or 80% of the time, you can make a huge difference in your health. So today, I'm inviting you to try this simple thing. Take off your shoes as you enter into your home. You will find yourself stepping into a cleaner, calmer, healthier home. Because wellness isn't always about big changes. It's sometimes about the small, consistent habits that protect your energy, protect your body, protect your home, and protect your peace of mind. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. Be sure to follow the Wishing You Well podcast. I'm on all the major podcast platforms. I'm in over 80 countries now. I don't want you to ever miss an episode. And as always, I'm wishing you well in your body, your mind, and in your home.